So, I'm a new basketball fan. At the time of recording this video, it is March of the 2024-25 season, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. I myself am from New Jersey, which doesn't have an NBA team, at least since I started watching. So I'm jumping on the New York Knicks bandwagon, which has been a roller coaster to say the least. But truthfully, my background is in film and theater. A huge draw for me is the interpersonal relationships and the dynamics between players and teams and even dynasties. So I want to treat this like the saga it is and start at the beginning. Throughout this series, I'm going to cover one season an episode. In a couple minutes, we're going to go through some important events, players, trades, etc. But obviously this does come with some rules. Number 1, I don't know ball. A lot of this information will be new to me, so some names or significances might not click with me when I first read it, so if I don't mention a specific event or player, please feel free to share, but no, I'm not trying to slight anyone. Number 2. I'm going to be starting with the 1949-1950 NBA season, because that's the first official season that consists of just one consolidated NBA, even though the NBA counts 3 BAA seasons as its own. Let's start with that. Welcome to my new series, NBA Recap from the Top, starting with Episode 1, Setting the Stage. The NBA was not always the NBA. The league we know today is actually a hybrid between the NBL, the National Basketball League, and the BAA, the Basketball Association of America. These leagues, along with a few others, were stuck in harsh competition to become the dominant professional basketball league. For years, they all suffered financial hardship, with no league being able to really get a foothold over the others. They all had to bid for prospects, hoping the other companies wouldn't be able to acquire exciting new recruits. Players, execs, and even entire teams could be bought and sold to whole new organizations overnight. During August of 1949, the previously mentioned BAA and NBL merged to create the NBA, adopting the stats and the history of the BAA in official records. One of the great tragedies of this merger was how many great team names we lost, so I'm going to take a few minutes to list some of my favorites from each original league that didn't make the cut. The BAA had such teams as the Pittsburgh Iron Men and the Providence Steamroller. The NBL had some golden names like the Akron Firestone Non-Skids, the Pittsburgh Pirates, no relation, the Toledo Jim White Chevrolets, the Detroit Vagabond Kings, the Oshkosh All-Stars, the Fort Wayne General Electrics, the Chicago American Gears, and the Detroit Gems. After the merger, 11 of the BAA teams remained, 6 NBL teams joined, and 1 expansion team formed. These teams were divided into the Eastern, Central, and Western divisions. The BAA kept the Baltimore Bullets, the Boston Celtics, the New York Knickerbockers, the Philadelphia Warriors, the Washington Capitals, also no relation, the Chicago Stags, the Fort Wayne Pistons, the Minneapolis Lakers, the Rochester Royals, the Providence Steamroller, and the St. Louis Bombers. The NBL teams added the Syracuse Nationals, the Anderson Packers, the Denver Nuggets, also no relation, the Waterloo Hawks, the Tri-Cities Blackhawks, and the unfortunately named Sheboygan Redskins. The expansion team would be staged out of Indianapolis, where the Indianapolis Jets were staged to play, but spoiler alert, that gets shaken up early. Going into the first unified season, the Minneapolis Lakers are the reigning champs, having won the 1949 BAA championship, with future stars George Mikan and Jim Pollard on the roster as rookies. Some notable players from the 1940s include Wataru Misaka, the first non-white NBA player, Howie Dallmer, who clutched the first retroactive NBA season for the Philadelphia Warriors, and Joe Fulks, who held the scoring record of 63 points in a game. Now, our stage is set, our roster is built, our players are in a brand new terrain, and the Lakers are the team to beat for the first time, but definitely not the last. Join me next time to see what happens in a brand new realm of basketball. Hi, my name is Michael, otherwise known as Crow on the internet. I just wanted to make this little unscripted segment to thank you for tuning into the first episode. Hopefully this thing will, over time, turn into a living, breathing thing. Script formats are going to change, settings are going to change, hopefully the camera's going to get a little better, audio is going to get a little better over time as this thing grows and learns. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi officially, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you stick around for the next one. Thanks.